Welcome back everyone to another Day Zero Origins of Power build. I know these are kind of going up slow. I've been having a lot of technical difficulties lately in both recording and file transfer and stuff, so please bear with me. But let's dive right into Hange Zoe 4 Eyes. This is another character I'm really excited for. She is a 7 hand size 21 health character with the life and death symbols. Why couldn't she get death in her first symbol when you could... Anyway, I'm not going to argue with that. She has a Survey Core trait. She has Enhanced Commit, that's your cost. Build one card from your hand face down. This attack gets +3 or -3 damage. Now, the cost is to commit. You can get the +3 or -3 damage without building a card. Building a card is simply extra, so that's pretty cool. And then Enhanced Tenacious, or Playable While Committed. Sacrifice 2 foundations, there's your cost. Ready this card. So she wants to constantly go up and down, up and down, up and down. So let's see what we can do to try to figure out how best to use Hange. On to attacks, we have Colossus Swat. This is a 6/3, 5 low for 5, powerful 4 and Titan. It's got a 3 high block. Excuse me. Oh, I also built this character off of Life, Attuning, Death. Blitz on Colossus Swat. Build the top 2 cards of your deck face down. At the end of your turn, sacrifice them. So these are 2 free foundations that we can commit to past checks and then sacrifice them to ready Hange because they're going to be sacrificed anyway. So pretty cool. It's a 5 low 5, it's powerful 4, and it's really neat. Next we have Hange's Thunder Spear Strike. This is her Ultra. It's a 4/3, 4 low for 4 with a 2 low block, powerful 3, ranged and weapon. It's an all static ability. If we have 10 or less health, this attack gets -1 difficulty, so it becomes a 3 diff if we have 10 or less health. And if a foundation has been destroyed this turn, which sacrificing is destroying, this attack gets 2 speed and 1 damage. So it becomes a 6 low for 5, which we can commit ourselves to make it a 6 low for 8 if we've sacrificed a foundation, say, to ready her already. So 6 low for 8 later in a string, especially on a 3 diff, is incredibly powerful. Plus, it's got powerful 3, which can really sneak up on people. We have Thunder Spear Detonation, which is one of my least favorite cards to look at because it makes my eyes hurt. It's a 5/3, 5 mid for 5 with a 2 low block. Powerful 3, again, ranged and weapon. As a response, after we play this card's powerful ability, we get to draw a card. That's pretty cool. And our next attack this turn gets +3 speed. So we get powerful 3, we draw a card, our next attack gets 3 speed. So what could wear that? Like maybe another powerful attack like Thunder Spear Strike? That could be pretty cool. Or maybe Risky Encounter could wear that 3 speed really well. It's a 5/3, 4 high for 4, 1 high block, stun 1, fury, and weapon. As a blitz, if our rival has more foundations than we do, this attack gets +X damage, X equals the difference. And as a form in our discard pile, we can sacrifice 3 foundations to try to play this attack from our discard pile as our next form with -2 difficulty. So as a 3 diff. So imagine we Thunder Spear Detonation, spend 1 momentum for the powerful, and it's a 5 mid 8 that our rival has to deal with. We draw a card, our next attack gets 3 speed. And then we use the form on Risky in our discard pile, sack 3 foundations, play this as a 7 high for 4, stun 1, that's going to get 1 billion damage between the deficit between ours and our rival's foundations, plus 3 damage from Hange if she's ready. So that wears the 3 speed, 3 damage really, really well. We have Fight for Your Friend. This is a 6/3, 6 mid for 6 with a 1 mid block and the ranged keyword. As a blitz, we just get to build the top card of our deck face down committed. That's a free foundation to nuke with Hange to ready her if we need. Since we're building a lot of foundations face down, we have Jaw Jammer. This is a 4/3, 2 high for 4 with a 3 mid block and the throw keyword, so it'll always deal at least half damage. Enhance, sacrifice 1 face down foundation. This attack gets 4 damage, so it becomes a 2 high for 8. Then we commit Hange, it's a 2 high for 11. If it's even fully blocked, that's going to deal 6 damage right there. That's incredible. That is very powerful. And lastly, we have the Ripper Arrives. This is a 4/3, 4 mid for 3 with a 1 high block. It was eroded to have the ranged keyword, so that's important. As a blitz, we get to discard a card, and our rival discards a card. So if we have a character that's constantly putting 3 damage on every attack, having a way to rip our rival's hand apart is pretty impressive. And then as a response, after this attack resolves, if it received both a speed and a damage bonus, our next attack gets 2 speed and 2 damage. So if it gets the +3 from Hange and then like a +1 speed, or maybe it gets 3 speed from Thunder Spear detonation, so it gets 3/3. It's a 7 mid-6 that we can force our rival to discard a card, and hey, maybe we discard a risky encounter, and then play it from our discard pile with 2 speed and 2 damage. Could be really, really powerful there. So that's our attack lineup. Mainly it's just about building and manipulating foundations and things that want to wear +3 damage really well. Onto assets, we have Tattered Costume. This is from the Dark Hero Academia Challenger series. It's a 2/5 with a 2 mid-block, the unique keyword, so you can only have 1 copy in your stage at a time. Response, Sacrifice. After our rival plays a keyword ability on an attack, or they play an action card, we get to cancel that ability and draw 1 card. No combined firepower. Maybe no combined firepower anyway, but no barrier shield, no showdown, no breaker, no stun, no powerful, no EX, no echo. And we get to draw a card on top of that. So that's pretty good defense. We've got vertical maneuvering equipment. Our character gives +3 damage. Vertical maneuvering equipment gives +3 speed. No notes. This is just a very good pairing. Plus it's a little extra damage if we need to commit it. And Item Box, one of the best defensive pieces in the game, according to yours truly. A 2/5, 2 low block. Sorry about that. Enhance Commit, return this attack to its printed speed and damage, return it to its printed attack zone. If it was unblockable, it is no longer unblockable. So, really good defense there. On to our foundations. We have Battle Plan. This is a new foundation. It's a 4/5 with a 3 low block. As a response, it has the Outwit trigger, which means if it is face down and ready in our stage when the trigger would respond, we get to unflip and commit it in order to use the responsibility. So we can build it face down with Hange and have this little trap waiting as a response for Outwit. After one of our foundations is committed due to a rival effect, our rival has to sacrifice a foundation. So they stun 1, we force them to destroy 1. Pretty good. And while it's face up, as an enhance, our attacks get +1 speed for free. So +1 speed, +3 damage. I think Godzilla needs an action to do something similar to that, doesn't he? And we just need a foundation in our character. I know it's like +1, +4, and he gets +2 to checks to play things, but meh. Next we have Concerned for Annie. This is a 2/5 with a 1 mid-block. Response, Remove. After this card is discarded or sacrificed, our current attack gets +2 speed. So we can sacrifice it to ready Hange, we can discard it, we can sacrifice it for any other ability to get +2 speed on our current attack. And as a Deadlock enhance, we can flip it, our rival discards a card. So that's pretty cool. We have Pushing the Limits. This is a 1/5 with a 3 high block. Response, Flip. After we sacrifice 1 or more foundations, we get to draw a card. We're going to be sacrificing foundations all over the place, so drawing more cards is fun. Reinforcements. This is a 3/5 with a 3 high block. As a static, after this foundation is sacrificed to pay a cost, we get to build the top card of our deck face down. We sacrifice as a cost to ready Hange, we build the top card of our deck face down. Win-win. We have the Greater Goal as a 2/5 with a 3 mid-block. Response, Flip a foundation. After 1 or more foundations are destroyed, which includes sacrificing, this attack gets +2 or -2 damage. So we can commit for -3 damage, and then ready her by sacrificing, say, 2 committed foundations, and then flip a foundation for another -2 damage. So we can get -5 damage for sacrificing maybe 2 committed foundations. That's pretty good to me. Next we have Risky Gamble. This is a 1/5 with a 2 mid-block. Response, there's that Outwit again. After our rival draws one or more cards during the combat phase, we get to draw a card. Because why not? And then Deadlock Enhance, flip, destroy one rival foundation. So in Deadlock, we can blow up our rival's best foundation, and that secures our Outwit trigger. So it can then outwit if our rival draws a card. Next we have Defend the City. This is a 2/6 with a 1 high block. Response, Tenacious, flip. After you commit any number of cards due to a rival effect, we get to build the top card of our deck face down. You stun, I'm going to build one. Harley. The cats are meowing. Next we have Last Second Rescue, 2/5 with a 3 mid block. Response, flip, spend 1 momentum. After we take damage, gain X health. X equals the damage taken. And then if X is greater than 5, we sacrifice this foundation. So we have to flip it and spend a momentum. But we are also a 7-hander with 21 health. If we take 10 or 11 damage, I'm sure we're glad to sacrifice a foundation and spend a momentum to make sure that we don't die. A Moment of Peace. This is a 3/5 with a 1 mid block and the unique keyword. Enhance, flip 1 foundation. This attack gets +1 speed or -1 speed. And if it deals damage, we get to gain a health. So it's a little bit of health gain to mitigate any damage we take on our rival's turn for maybe a partial block. And it's additional speed, which really helps with cards like The Ripper Arrives, which needs a speed and a damage bonus. Excuse me 1 second. What? Stop. I'm recording. Sorry guys, when the cat can't find me, sometimes she just sits there and meows regardless. So, and that's staying in because I don't edit, because I'm not that good yet. Next we have Eaten by the Bearded Titan, a 2/5 with a 3 high block. Tenacious, sacrifice as an enhance. This attack gets -3 speed. I love Tenacious Speed Hate. Next we get I'm With You. This is a 1/5 with a 2 low block. Response, remove. After this card enters the discard pile during the enhance step, this attack gets +2 or -2 damage. So we sacrifice it to ready our character, +2 or -2 damage. Shrewd Observations, as a 1/5 with a 3 mid block. Response, after you sacrifice 1 or more foundations, this attack gets -1 speed. So it's a bit of speed hate on top of readying our character or any of the other sacrifice triggers that we have. Smiling Death, this is a 2/5 with a 2 mid block. Response, remove. After this card is destroyed, flip 1 rival foundation. We selectively flip a rival foundation. Next we have Resting Up, a 1/5 with a 3 low block, Enhance Commit. This attack gets -2 speed, but if our character is committed, it gets -3 speed instead. So we can commit for -3 damage, maybe take a hit, and then commit this for -3 speed on our rival's next attack, and then sacrifice to ready Hange so that we can have another card ready as well. And of course defensively, we love Keiko's Aid. This is 2/5, 3 high block. Response, flip. After you block an attack, your rival's next attack this turn gets +2 difficulty. We like making things difficult for our rival, especially when we're sacrificing cards in our stage in order to keep Hange on her feet. More Speed Hate with Fast Friendship, a 1/5 with a 3 high block. Enhanced Flip, this attack gets -2 speed, but if we have more face-down foundations than our rival, it gets -3 speed instead. Which, since we can constantly build cards from our hand face-down, we're probably going to have more face-downs than our rival. Next we have Syndicate Target. This is just a really good stats card. 0 difficulty, 6 control, 0 low block. If we block with it, we lose a health, but that's probably better than what health we'd be losing from the attack we're blocking. And it's just a good 6 check. And lastly, Incredible Display, a 2/5 with a 3 mid block. Response, commit, spend a momentum. After our rival plays a non-character responsibility, we get to cancel it. And response, commit, after we block with a foundation, we can add it to our hand. So that is going to be Hange Zoe 4 Eyes. I like her. I'm really excited to play her. It's Erwin, her, and Sasha that are the big three that I'm really excited for. And Sasha is coming up later. But that's kind of what she wants to do for the basics. She wants to constantly be refueling her stage and sacrificing it to constantly keep getting up to give this +3 and -3 damage. And I think if you can maintain like a steady influx of foundations plus sacrificing, she's going to be tough to deal with. Giving -3 damage on almost every attack makes her incredibly tanky, and +3 damage on every attack makes her incredibly dangerous. So what do you guys think of Hange's second go-around? Or my very distracted video style today, apparently. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and consider subscribing if you haven't, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.